Well, the very first part of the homework was to add the flick to an array in addition to adding it to the DOM. And we went ahead and at least put the array in there, right? This.flicks equals empty array. When do we want to add it to the array? When you submit the form, right? Along with everything else. So we just have to make sure in handle submit that we have made this little flick object, because I don't want you to just add the flick name to the array. I want you to add the whole flick, ID and all, to the array. How'd you do it? Who did it? Oh, more people did it than that. Come on. Who added it to the array? Really? Okay. See, it's okay to tell me you did your homework. It's a good thing. Let me see those hands again. Nolan, what'd you do?
First part of the homework?
Yeah, just adding it to the array?
Yeah.
What's the one-word answer?
Push.
Yep. So the array is this.flicks. Add something to the end of the array, just like in many other languages. Push. What am I pushing on there? This whole flick object. Refresh. The rock. Bad boys. I can check it out with app.flicks. There we go. An array with two things in it. Each of those things is an object with an ID and a name. Piece of cake. Why do we want to do this? The DOM isn't a great source of data. That's for presentation. So what if we wanted to start making this thing sync with a database? And somebody did ask, well, could I just like put the HTML of the UL or the HTML of each LI in the array? You could, but then what if you sync that with a database? Because this is just one way of viewing this data. You also want to make a mobile app that uses the same data. Or you also want to make a JSON feed that people can subscribe to. None of that HTML is relevant to them. The data is just this little info. So we track that as well as the presentation. So this is our real data. This is kind of the state of our application that we're saving inside this object. So we want to keep our data and our display in sync with each other. So that's why we're doing it. You'll be glad you have this when you try to do one part of the homework tonight. Cool. Add flicks to an array.